was 1997. The PlayStation 1 was king because it had so many good games released for it. One game in particular that came out during this time was a little game called Klonoa Door to Phantomile. A 2D platformer with 3D environments, you play as a cute little rabbit wearing a Pac-Man hat. Klonoa, a dream traveler who can shift into different dreamlands to save them from nightmare entities. It was a fun, extremely charming puzzle platformer. And the character Klonoa just had that look that, I don't know, just really worked for the time that it came out. It was almost like an instant mascot character. Naturally, more games would be released in this series for the PlayStation 2 and Game Boy Advance, and more games that we didn't get over here that they only got in Japan. And for 5 years, the series was MIA. In the year 2005, Bandai and Namco merged to create Bandai Namco as we know them today. Bandai Namco's Vice President Shin Unozawa expressed interest in a revival of the Klonoa series due to the large fan community in Japan. And with the impending 10th anniversary of the first Klonoa game, Door to Phantomile, it made sense to kind of test the waters to see if a new Klonoa game would do well and possibly open up more doors for more games in the future. Klonoa on the Wii was the 8th and final game to be released in the franchise. But hey, that doesn't mean the game sucks because, well, it can't. It's a beat-for-beat remake of the original with just better graphics and new music. Something to note is that the original character design for Klonoa was actually going to be completely changed for the North American release, which looks fucking terrible. Thankfully, that design was rejected and we just got a more updated look on the traditional costume for Klonoa. Anywho, choose your preferred controller because you can literally use any option that the Wii has. I'm gonna go with the egg controller because fuck motion controls. The game is separated into 6 visions. Each vision contains 2 stages with a boss fight at the end. You and your little water sprite friend Hupo are on a quest to stop Gaudius, the master of nightmares. After straight up murdering your Pep, Klonoa's sanity implodes like a dying star. Filled with rage, he vows to avenge his grandpepper and save all of Phantomile from the metal as fuck nightmare god. Okay, it's not that dramatic, but Jesus, he fucking iced your Pep. The way the levels work is Klonoa moves on a 2.5D track with linear paths that he can take. For attacking, you can use your ring's magic to grab enemies. You can hold on to them while moving, use them as a projectile to throw at other enemies, and you can even use them to give yourself a second jump to reach higher platforms or items. Also, holding the jump button while you're in midair will allow Klonoa to hover forward for just a slight second, giving you a little bit more distance when you're jumping. Something I've always enjoyed about the Klonoa games is the pacing within the levels. You're constantly moving forward. The flow of the levels is so satisfying because it's just non-stop. There's very little slowdown. Stages will contain multiple different items that you'll want to collect. Green and blue dream crystals act like Mario coins. Blue ones are worth 5 of the green. Get 100 and you'll get an extra life. Along with silver and gold coins that serve as 1-up items. But you'll rarely be hard-pressed for lives because this game is very generous with them and it's not really that hard of a game, so you're not going to be dying all that often. Within every level, there are 6 imprisoned villagers that you'll have to rescue. The more villagers you rescue, the bigger the musical performance increases on the world map screen. And if you collect all of the villagers from every single level, you'll be rewarded with a little something special at the end of the game. In between visions, you'll be treated to CGI cutscenes, which don't really do much for me, mainly because I don't like the voice acting. Though it is cool seeing the old cutscenes with a brand new coat of paint. We find out that your little water sprite buddy Hupo is some creepy space baby, something about a moon kingdom and yada yada. The boss fights in this game parallel the normal gameplay. Usually you'll be on a circular platform, dodging incoming projectiles, jumping over enemies that the boss summons, and throwing them at the boss to do damage. The final boss is definitely the most creative because it has 3 phases, and 2, you're using all of your friends that you've met throughout playing the game to fire dream cannons at the boss. After the final battle, Hupo tells Klonoa that his life and all of his memories of living in this world are a mere illusion, fabricated by Hupo.
You're wrong, there's no way that can be true. I mean, I remember my whole life here. I remember when I met you, and how we'd hang out and play together.
Well, that's because I actually created all those memories for you. But none of it really happened. You were just made to think that it all did.
He abducted Klonoa from his own reality and brought him to Phantomile, implanted fake memories of his life living in Phantomile. His life! All because he needed Klonoa's help to save Phantomile. I'm sure Klonoa's a nice dude. He would have been like, yeah, sure, I'll help you save your world. Don't make me feel like I'm in a fucking holodeck and I can't tell what's real and what's not. With tears in little Hupo's eyes, he tells Klonoa that he can't stay in Phantomile. He has to go back to his own reality. Then he gets sucked into a fucking vortex where the game ends. What a super sad and depressing ending for a game that was more or less cute and charming. But on a positive note, you've unlocked all of the costumes from previous Klonoa games. Yes, that's right, you can be original Klonoa. You can be Klonoa 2 from Klonoa 2, and the ones from the GBA version. Cool, huh? Overall, the Klonoa games are not difficult. They are linear and lack depth, but I've always enjoyed them as they represent a time when things were simpler. I loved the games back then, and I still love them to this day, though it's more of a nostalgia thing. They're not very good games, they're just simple and fun. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all a game needs to be. But I'll always have a soft spot in my cold, dead heart for the Klonoa franchise.
You're lying!
Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I do new content like this every week! Also, be sure to share this video anywhere. Please, for the love of fuck, can someone just share my videos? Holy crap, I am so sick of people saying, you're so underrated, go fuck yourself! And go check me out on social media, links are down below in the video description, and I will see you guys next time in the Nerd Lair.